Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we got 10 French dishes served in restaurants in Paris. Explain. This is from Les Frenchies. Original link will be in the description. What's smoking all my dragons? Divine Righteous Almighty Greats over achievement, never slacking. We are flying back over to France. It has been a little while. So let's get to this. Let's find out what they got going on in their restaurants. Here we go.
Ordering from a French menu can be intimidating. Like, there are things here that I don't know what they are, and I could end up getting something that I don't really want to eat. So in this video,
that's the worst for somebody like me, because I be hungry, right? I be hungry. So if I get it, I like to be satisfied. So if I get something I don't like, oh man.
we'll tell you about 10 main dish items you'll find on a French menu, like what's in a bouillabaisse, what is an andouillette, and what's actually in a boeuf bourguignon. So you can order with confidence and ease. Allez, on y va. One item that you'll see on a French menu is andouillette. Andouillette is a coarse-grained tripe sausage from the area of Troyes in France. It's made of pork meat, but stomachs and intestines, with onions and peppers and wine and seasonings. This is generally served with a salad. I ordered that one once, wasn't expecting it, and let's just say I didn't finish it. A couple of places where you'll find andouillette on the menu is Petite Vendôme near Place Vendôme or Bouillon Chartier with locations around Paris.
Another dish that you'll often see in a French menu is a magret or a confit de canard. And a magret de canard is often a duck breast, and a confit de canard is often a duck leg or a thigh. The magret is generally pan-seared or grilled and cooked with duck fat and a variety of seasoning like balsamic glaze, a cherry reduction, or an orange sauce. But the confit refers to a method of slow cooking something in some liquid or fat. The confit de canard is a duck that is either cooked crispy on its own fat or slow cooked in an aromatic sauce. Both are often served with potatoes, prepared with lots of different ways, and it's one of Colin's favorite. You can find a magret or confit de canard at Chez Savy near the Champs-Élysées or Chez Germaine in Saint-Germain.
Another item you'll see on a French menu is moule frite. And moule frite is mussels with French fries. This is a Belgian dish, and it's common throughout Normandy and much of coastal France. The mussels are steamed and served swimming in a wine sauce, a broth, or a cream sauce with mustard and other flavors. And this is generally served with French fries and good French bread. One of my favorite places for moule frite is Solomoncy in Saint-Germain, or you can get that at La Coupole by Montparnasse Tower.
This is a completely different world for me. I mean, seriously, this is like a whole nother universe.
Another dish that you're going to see on menus in France is a boeuf bourguignon. And a boeuf bourguignon is basically a beef stew. It's made with braising pieces of beef and burgundy wine and beef stock with onions, carrots, mushrooms, pearl onions, and
I think I would so far go with the beef stew. I guess because that's what I relate to the most.
lardon, which is bacon, and it's generally served with potatoes and a crusty bread. Top that with a pinot noir, and it's delicious. One of the best boeuf bourguignon I had in Paris was at Chez René in Saint-Germain, but you can also eat one at the Louche Bem near Les Halles.
Saint-Germain? That's crazy. Germain?
Another item you'll see on a French menu is coq au vin. And coq au vin literally means rooster with wine or chicken with wine. And this is a dish that goes all the way back to the days of Julius Caesar and is one of the most iconic French dishes.
That doesn't look bad. That definitely looks like you could just see the flavor sizzling. It looks like, it don't look bad. No.
It's made with braised pieces of chicken, legs, thighs, breast, an aromatic mix of wine, brandy, and chicken stock with mushrooms, onions, garlic, and...
Is that parsley on there? If so, hey, good job. It looks pretty good.
Lardons or bacon. And this is generally served with potatoes and crusty bread so you can soak up the juices. And our favorite place to get coq au vin is Jacobine in Saint-Germain.
Another dish you'll see is lapin à la moutarde. Lapin à la moutarde is a dish that comes from Dijon, and it's basically a rabbit made in a mustard sauce. It literally means rabbit with mustard, and is made with white wine, chicken stock, Dijon mustard, thyme, and crème fraîche. And it's commonly served with roasted potatoes. Now, if you're in the mood for a lapin à la moutarde, Aux Anisottiers du Roi on Île de la Cité has a great one.
Another item on a French menu is cassoulet. And cassoulet is a hearty stew from the Languedoc region of southwest France. It's made with cuts of pork and sausage, white beans, flavorful herbs and vegetables, and is finished off with pieces of duck thigh. And this is generally served on its own, but with bread to sop up the juices and sauce. And you can get cassoulet au Anisottiers du Roi on Île de Saint-Louis.
Something you'll see more likely in the south of France is bouillabaisse. Now, bouillabaisse is a traditional fish dish that comes from...
Now, I'm not big on fish, but I will say this. A lot of Americans would definitely love that because seafood in general is so big out here in America that a dish like this would be fabulous to a lot of people for sure.
From Marseille.
And who knows, maybe I'll take some bites too.
It is a fisherman's soup that takes 2 days to make. It is a slow-cooked broth with onions, leeks, celery, tomatoes, and potatoes, and several kinds of fish and shellfish. The bouillon of the bouillabaisse is typically served first with garlicky toast and a rouge sauce, which is a flavored mayonnaise. The fish is served after.
Crazy. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, where did people get these ideas from? And way back when this stuff was created, it just makes you wonder, like, who thought to put this with this and then add this, and it's insane. It's insane that just to think, like, who created this stuff?
Afterwards with
Not even who created it, but what was their thought process? When it was like, yo, we're just gonna try a bunch of different things, and then until we see what tastes good.
Potatoes, and the fish is often filleted tableside. There's not a lot of places to find a bouillabaisse in Paris, but we found an amazing one at Le Dôme near Montparnasse.
Another item you'll see on the menu is a pavé de saumon or a pavé de thon, or a salmon steak or a tuna steak or fish fillet.
That looks pretty good. That looks delicious.
These would be grillé or grilled or poêlé or pan-fried, and they're generally served with potatoes or rice. You can get the pavé de saumon at Les Antiquaires or Bistro de Paris in Saint-Germain.
Another one that you'll see is Noix de Saint-Jacques. Noix de Saint-Jacques is basically a giant scallop. They can be grilled, pan-seared, sautéed, or baked and served alone, or with a mustard or cheese sauce and stuffed back in the shell. And they are often served with rice, potatoes, or pasta. We've heard that Chez Mademoiselle in Le Marais has an amazing Noix de Saint-Jacques.
We pretty much take it all.
The French, one thing about them is you could always tell that they take their cooking very seriously.
We tried to fit it all into 10 items, but there's a few more you need to know about, so here you go. As a bonus, if you're in a French restaurant and you order a filet mignon and you're expecting the typical beef steak that you would find in the US, you may be disappointed. The filet mignon is referred to as the cut here, and it will generally be a pork filet mignon. So if you're ordering a filet mignon and it matters to you, make sure you ask whether that's beef or pork. You'll find a filet mignon de porc at Au Pied du Cochon by Les Halles.
Something else that you'll see is a dish called pot-au-feu. Now, pot-au-feu is an iconic French peasant dish. The dish is slow-cooked meats like beef chucks, shanks, oxtails, or short ribs with vegetables like carrots, onion, leeks, celery, potatoes, turnips, and aromatic herbs.
A lot of healthy, nutritious veggies on there. That's awesome.
It is eaten in 2 separate courses with the broth served first, often with rice or pasta, and a platter of meat and vegetables served after. Now you want to eat this with crusty French bread. If you want to try a great pot-au-feu, I would go to Chironnet in Saint-Germain.
Another item you'll see on a French menu is a côte de boeuf, a côte de veau, or an entrecôte de boeuf. And a côte is a chop, like a pork chop, a veal chop, and an entrecôte is a chop from the ribs, so think like a rib steak. These are also generally grilled or pan-seared and served with French fries or potatoes. You'll find the côte or entrecôte at Chez Savvy near Champs-Élysées.
Overall, it wasn't bad. Obviously, someone like me, I'm not used to eating certain things, but I feel like my stomach could adjust to a few dishes served on there. You could, like I said, you could tell the French, they take their cooking very seriously. I mean, you got certain things that took 2 days to cook. Yeah, they put a lot of love into it, and there was a lot of nutrition. A lot of they definitely are eating good over there in France. Shout out to Paris. I thought it would actually be more like, I'd be more like, what, they eat that? Like, I thought I was gonna see some, like, I don't know, lizard tongue or something crazy. I don't know, but I don't know why I was thinking that. But shout out once again to Paris. Shout out to the French. And I'll be back with more soon. Definitely gonna dive into some more French reactions because it's been a while, right? So with that being said, original link in the description. If you enjoy this and you'd like more, don't hesitate to hit that like, subscribe, with that notification bell, and you let me know in the comments what is your favorite dish out in France.